Hello, it's Vera Golosova here, and today I wanted to show you my planning system and just chat a little bit about yearly plans, about resolutions and stuff like that. And you may say that like it's February already, but yeah, for me this year actually February is the planning month. Planning time, I would say, even because the whole January we had friends who came to visit us from all over the Europe for New Year's Eve, and I'm even doing the plan for the videos that you will see on this channel, because what I really like saw on this channel is that when I managed to actually post regularly, my channel grows. So today I wanted to talk with you like planning shit. Joking, only this one is about planning. So this is a bullet journal that I used for planning last year, and I'm also using it this year, and it has a few very nice spreads, and I wanted to show you, and I wanted to explain how I think while I'm doing my planning. And I also wanted to talk a little bit what I really would love to focus on this year, because like focus for me is very hard. I'm a person who gets into the new shiny thing pretty quickly, and I never stop loving like old shiny thing, and so in the end I end up with overbooking myself, and that's hard. So this year I'm really trying to be on spot, really trying to keep my focus, and I have actually two main focuses this year. One is my photography practices, as you may have seen in the previous video from Insomnia Festival. I inserted some photos into the editing. By the way, like tell me if you liked it or not. I saw it a couple of times how other creators do this, and I thought that it might be an option for myself, because my first focus this year is coming back to photography. You see, because I've been photographer for, I don't know, so many years, but I don't think that I ever talked about this on the channel. So I'm a photographer for like 20 years. Yeah, I'm an old gal. So anyways, I started with making pictures at the rock gigs, on the metal gigs, and then I started to make portrait pictures, weddings, and like etc. etc. At some point I've been doing like fairly well, and then DSLR cameras started to be able to record videos. So together with wedding videos and together with photos, I was actually generating more income than I did at my day job in the office, and I quit, and then I was freelancer for 10 years, and it's amazing time. I'm very much in love working by myself at home and everything. I love working as in a team actually, and I will talk about it a little bit later as well. But now I live in Spain. It's our second year in Spain, and I need to reestablish my income. So, and as much as I would love to just draw nice pictures and still work for my old clients with lettering, it's just unfortunately not enough. If you live in Europe, if you pay taxes in Europe, that's just like not the reality. So the quickest way for me to reestablish my business is to start photography again. That's what I'm doing, and that's the main focus. This is the main thing. Most probably it will be off YouTube a little bit, but I will here and there install some of the photos into the edit, so you will see how I see the world, because photography is also an art and it fascinates me, and I love finding nice composition. I love working with people. Yeah, so I will maybe make separate video about just my photography journey, and I will maybe show some of the older pictures. I think it might be interesting also. Like tell me in the comments below what you think about that. So yeah, that's my first focus of the year. And the second one is you. It's actually YouTube, because I really see if there are those short moments. There were two actually last year when I was able to upload one video a week, I saw that my channel was growing. And as much as I try not to be a slave of numbers, it really is very satisfying, you know? So this year, since now, I will try to commit to do one video per week on different topics, because usually I end up with such a long editing process that I actually do less videos than I want to. And I have a list of 100 themes that I want to film about, but I don't. So, and here comes my planner. I also have a third secret goal, but with these two goals, with two focuses, with photography and YouTube, I'm really it is so hard to actually accept that I am just human, you know? That I only have that much hours in a day, and that, yeah, these hours are finite. And if I try to squeeze in too much, it doesn't make good to anybody. So I have very, very dear to me, very secret at the moment project, but I just cannot work on it at the moment. I just cannot. It kills me. It's just so maddening. But we will see. We will see. And I have this problem. Most probably you do too. Everybody tells you introduce only one focus at the moment. But I have 20. Or introduce only one habit. And you may try to just do everything, you know? That's what I do. If I want to have perfect day, I try to track from the beginning, both I don't know, good food, good sleep, good meditation, sports, blah blah blah. So by the time I kind of arrive to the working tracking, my motivation and my my, how do you say, what's the word, my willpower is just over, you know? So yeah. We're missing my moon somehow. Yeah, now it's here. So maybe if I'm successful with two focuses, which are photography and YouTube, I will be able to squeeze in the third one, but I will think about it later, really. I will just think about it later. I won't try to squeeze in everything immediately, because otherwise I will just collapse. I know myself, pretty please. So yeah, so let's look at the planner. And we are at the top view with my planner. I will show you the main thing that I actually use in my planner, and I explain how it works for me, and you will experiment on your own. So the planner is this dotted planner, and it's slightly bigger than A5, and it makes the difference for me personally. I think A4 is too big, A5 is a little bit too small, so this size is kind of, I don't know what size it is, but it's perfect. The paper is really good and it's pretty sturdy. It's already in the second year of usage and it holds up pretty well. So I will show you the main spread. And the main spread I work with is yearly spread. It looks like that. It starts with January and then it goes as an unending road towards the end of the year. So it already has all the dates of the year, and some things are signed up with a pencil very lightly. Maybe you will not even able to see it. This one looks a little bit more elaborate, as you see, because we are here now. So the main idea is that dividing year into months, productivity wise, feels kind of artificial to me. I really like to work with weeks, and it's just week after week. I don't really care if it's February, January or March. So I really like that I have it all here, and I can see that if I plan, we are what date is it today? Somewhere in February, we are here. If I want to set something to the end of March, for example, I physically see how much time it is from this moment to that moment. Or if I put it somewhere here, I can see how much space I have ahead. And you may ask, what are these? These are school out times. I signed all the dates during the study year of my son when we don't have school, which means it's the days when I can barely do any work. So here we have 2 here. That's Easter holiday. So anyway, so I want to be really short here, and I want to convey shortly this idea of an endless spread. Here is the place for some tasks which I can assign to the day, but mostly I use it to see how many meetings I have a day. And if I don't have place in this little square to write anything in, that's too much for sure. And then there are empty days. And I love empty days because they mean that I mostly spend them in the office working. And I love to have days like that. I don't have to write to here, like sitting on my computer doing stuff. Here I mostly do write things which are time or date sensitive, like Zooms, meetings, going out, some bigger ideas, like here we've been filming readathon for my YouTube, for example. So that's the main thing. I mostly use week spread, but I don't use it every week. It's just blueprint of my week where I put everything that's happening weekly. Like from Monday to Friday, I have 2.5 or almost 3 hours, like morning routines with my son, with my dog, with breakfast and everything. Here I have time when my husband has lunch break, and it's basically the only time we can spend some time together. And on Tuesdays we also go to the market together to buy veggies. So, and I have therapy here, and I have my writing club here, and I have my YouTube mastermind here, and my sketch club here, and then it's dinner here. So this is like unmovable stuff. And I absolutely have to pick up my son from school bus on Tuesdays, and the other days are covered by my husband. I do the mornings, he does the evenings, and when it will be like summertime, we will switch. So he will do mornings and I will do evenings. So that's the main thing. And when something changes, I can see clearly that like Mondays is a time when I have the most time. Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays. But Wednesdays and Thursdays are my meeting days, office hours, and usually I end up having like 5 Zooms or like 3 Zooms and 2 meetings in town. But I can see clearly how much time I have because I tend to overbook myself and to plan too much. And if I see it like that, it's very helpful. And as for other stuff that I wanted to quickly tell my take, that for me, this is a working instrument. It has a lot of beautiful stickers, of course, and I sometimes try to decorate it beautifully, like with the postcards, or also stickers, or I do dividers like that. That's the previous year. But mostly for me, it's an instrument. Sometimes I think that stuff will work. Like here, I wanted to track film of the year stages, like selecting videos, uploading videos, downloading them to my computer, backing up, renaming and editing, but it didn't work. I also have here, where is it? Should be like the reading spread. I wanted to do this like tracking system, but it didn't work for me because I forgot to do it daily sign up when I did read, and then in the end of the week I don't really remember if there was a day when I skipped reading or not, so it basically didn't work for me. So I just like dropped it in the, like as you can see in April I already dropped it. And I had my plan, book reading plan. As you can see, I only read like 4 books from my yearly reading plan. That one is still not read, but I managed to read 40 books somehow anyway. So, but this basically appeared to be not really working system. So what I did this year is that I just like decided to have a list of books that I've read. And here's a little plan. It's good. It's like really little. It's just like 10 books or something. And these are the books that I'm reading with my book club. and I don't want to forget about these books because I will have to read it somehow. So yeah, and of course I really wanted, because in the end of the year, that's divider between the last year and this year. And of course I was really like tempted to buy a new shiny planner for the new year, but this one had pretty much like left blank, and I was thinking, yeah, actually consumerism patterns and my passion for notebooks really calls me out, and it really wants me to buy a new sketchbook, for like new planner for planning the new year. But I will not do it. So here is the old stuff, and here I was like experimenting with a week, and nothing really worked. I realized that I don't really like having weekly planning in the planner. I prefer to have weekly planning digitally and daily planning digitally. This one just takes so much time to kind of work on it, and then I just like miss it out completely, and I like dropped it. I experimented with different layouts and it never really did work for me. Here I also I also was thinking that I will write kind of like goals for the month and maybe kind of month reflections. Like, so I left out page for a day, but it didn't work as well. So I dropped it September, October. I did write, I won't show it to you because it's personal. I did write yearly kind of reflection page in the end, but this one's like didn't really work. This one is lovely though, right? And I also have, for example, this page. That's a very important page. It's courses. It's the courses that I bought, or which I like, or the free courses that I enrolled myself in, and I never like finished them, you see? So I finished one, and I almost finished this one as well. I will sign it up as finished. Yeah, good for me. And here is this little cat tells me, like, in 2025, you're not buying courses anymore until you finish these ones. And I really want to do it, and it doesn't make any sense to, rewrite it to the new planner. So it's still here. I will use this page. And my dream projects, I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. No sense to also rewrite it to a new planner. I will work with this page. So it's gonna be like 2 years planner for me. So this is how I did it last year. It was like divider here, but like this year I decided to do it more seamlessly, as you can see, and I like it better. But this one I already started doing it last year like that, with the whole spread with a little bit of tasks. Here I completely wasted because it was like summer vacation and I was out of the civilization for 3 weeks, I think, because I was at the Insomnia Festival for 5 days and then I was in the north for 2.5 weeks, so it was like no sense to do any planning. And I left my planner at home, of course, because I'm not psychopath, to bring planner to a field trip. And here it was like start of the year, nothing was clear, so it's like completely fog of war. But anyways, what I wanted to tell is that that's an instrument, and what I wanted to tell is that this is an instrument, and I try to use it the ways that fit me, and not to do it for the sake of doing or for the sake of beautifying or anything. So that's my take on the planner. The main things are yearly spread and weekly blueprint and the books that I've read. Even if I double the books in Goodreads and Fable, I really like to write down which books I did read. It makes me feel happier. So we are back to face me. Thank you for looking at my planner with me, and I hope maybe you had some nice ideas from it. And I also use extensively digital tools. I love digital tools. What I use digitally is that I use Google Calendar plus to this calendar. And you may say that's double work, but it's not, because this thing is usually like the planner year is usually just lays open here at my table all the time, and I can connect with it whenever I need it. But what's handy with Google Calendars is that I have share my own calendar, share calendar with my husband, share calendar with my friends with whom we live in one town, and we need to know when are the like birthdays, when do we have plans together, or when Lucas has vacation. So we put everything there, which is about our little community. And I also have a shared calendars with my girlfriends, and we share birthdays there and important dates. And most of the girls are in Moscow, so they put the dates when they meet offline. It's a little bit painful to me, but then again, what can we do about that? Yeah, I think that's it. My calendar, family calendar, calendar with local friends, and the calendar with my Moscow girlfriends. And I really like that I can see it all. And for strategizing and for doing like content plan and for making like general plans, what should I do in my business, what should I focus on in my business, I used ChatGPT lately, and it's perfect tool at the moment. When you work for yourself, when you work in a company, it's like I worked in a company some years ago, like 2 years ago actually, you have a person who says to you what to do. You have KPIs, you have bosses, you have colleagues. But when you are just me in this room alone, it's just me. And sometimes it's like a lot of responsibility and it's pretty lonely and it's pretty scary sometimes. So I use ChatGPT as kind of my assistant, and we make plans together, and I can bitch at her, and I can ask her to kind of like make analysis for me and to like set priorities. Because for example, as I said before with this YouTube channel, I have a list of like 100 like themes I want to upload, to make videos and upload them, but I cannot choose. It's really hard to choose from 100, you know. So I never do some of them. And with ChatGPT, it's easy to like set priorities. And yeah, we'll see how it works. Maybe next year I will make an update. Maybe there will be an elaborate system how we work together with her, but maybe there will be not. Maybe I will drop this instrument. I will let you know. That's an experiment that I'm doing this year, and we will see how it goes. And also the last instrument that I really wanted to add up to the pile, it's also about not being alone while you do stuff. So I have a chat with 2 of my girlfriends who are also entrepreneurs and freelancers. We share with each other in the morning of a working day the plan that we want to do. We just like keep each other accountable. That's the most important thing. It's also like pretty fresh for me. We just started last week, but so far it's working great. And it teaches me how to be realistic about the plans that I make. And I can see how much girls are planning and how much they can really do in the end. And because we really like overbook ourselves so much. So I just really want us to be gentle on ourselves, just steady. What I want is steady. I don't want to be spectacular. I just want to be steady. So I hope that all these instruments will actually help me with working with my photography business and with doing these YouTube videos. And I hope that you like this video. So see you in the next one.